Nicky Rod.
Nicky Rod.
Nicky Rod.
Nicky Rod. I've been telling everybody about Nicky Rod.
The $1 Million Grappler, Nicky Rod.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's new episode, and I am excited to make this one for you guys today. Now, today's episode is going to be on the $1 Million Grappler, the Black Belt Slayer, the Natty King, the only guy to give himself all these nicknames, Nicky Rodriguez. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about Nicky's early life and background and how he was introduced to the sport of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and how he was able to have this meteoric rise. And if you guys didn't know, Nicky Rod actually placed third in ADCC trials with only 6 months of training Jiu-Jitsu. He wrestled Division III as a freshman. He pursued modeling. He had a few other side gigs that gave him the money. But once he found Jiu-Jitsu, he hasn't stopped. And I mean, look where he's at now. So let's begin from the origins, from the beginning. And that was when he was young. He was born in Philly, grew up in Jersey, and was a multi-sport athlete. You know, he played soccer, he played t-ball, did his thing. He actually played football, and his main enjoyment from football was just cracking people.
I recognized in football early on, I only liked hitting people. I was like, I don't care if we scored. I just want to crack guys. And if I could just get a hold of somebody the whole time, that'd be better for me.
If that doesn't tell you the type of person he is, I don't know what will. But his first wrestling practice was at the age of 12, and he fell in love with the one-on-one combat, forcing someone against their will and doing the thing. You know, I feel like Nicky, he explains himself in a very kind of ancestral type of way. He's very primitive in the way he speaks sometimes, and you know, it's very entertaining to watch, especially when he's on the mic.
It's a bit dangerous for you to be, you know, that close to Nicky Rod. So wherever you go, you know, there's always the frenemies, right? It's always good to be friendly and nice, but know that everybody's an enemy.
And he was known for giving maximum effort in the room. So he wrestled throughout middle school, throughout high school, and eventually made it to a Division III college where he was ranked 12th in the nation as a freshman. Okay, so this is when he was actually given the opportunity to work for a modeling agency, and Nicky didn't want to really pursue the traditional route of, you know, going to school, getting a job. He felt like he could do some other things to, you know, pay the bills, and that modeling agency was one of those things. Now, he still worked various side jobs, and that's what actually introduced him to the sport of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, was working as a security guard at a nightclub. And his coworkers, I believe half of them were like wrestlers, the other half practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You know how guys are, you know, be like, oh, the Jiu-Jitsu guys completely smoke the wrestlers and vice versa. So Nicky Rod had to see that for himself. He was invited to his first training session, and he's like,
they just couldn't do anything to me. There's a few like local, I think they were like purple belts at the time, and they couldn't do anything to me. I would like take them down, take their back, and not do anything to them either. But I was like, you guys suck. So I kind of had fun. It was itching that competitive thing that I've had my entire life, and now I leave college and I go like a whole year without getting hands on anybody.
Yep.
And then I get a taste of it. I was like, this is like, I need this in my life. And I'm thinking of every day. I'm not wrestling. I'm thinking about wrestling.
He kind of fell in love with it, and 2 weeks later, he went to his first competition, as you could see here, absolutely dominating these grown men. I don't even know where these guys are training from, but you know, if you signed up for like a local competition, you saw this guy facing up against you, bro, you might have to fake an injury or something, bro. There's no way. Now, he had his first coach, Jay Rigabudo, I believe that's how you pronounce it, was the one who was kind of, you know, pushing Nicky Rod to go to this no-gi direction and going into kind of this professional route. So as soon as his coach told him that there's actually a path to making some money with this sport, Nicky Rodriguez quit all of his jobs and went full-time into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now, this guy didn't have any money coming in. He hasn't even won a major tournament yet, but still, he had faith in himself and believed in himself that he was going to be able to get this job done. Now, I feel like this is one of the biggest lessons that we could learn from Nicky Rod's story, is having complete faith in your abilities. Now, this wasn't an easy task for Mr. Rodriguez. So this was an inside look of his routine. So he was training at the time at South Jersey Jiu-Jitsu. He would have a morning session. He would have a morning session around 6 a.m. Later, he would go to Rutgers University to get a wrestling practice at noon. Then he would get a lifting workout in, and then a later a later jiu-jitsu session in the day. So he was three grappling sessions and a lifting session every day for a few months. And then he had the opportunity to link up with Mr. Gordon Ryan for a private lesson.
Jay bought me a private with Gordon. I go up there, I do a private. After the private, Gordon's like, hey, you should come back tomorrow for practice. I go, and Gordon Ryan, the grappler, I go back for practice, have a good training session, and they're like, hey, you should keep coming back. So I took that as an invitation. I just never left. Every day I drove my car fucking 3 hours up, 3 hours back.
Wow.
Yeah, I did that.
Holy
I did that
shit.
6 hours a day for about a year straight, about 5 days a week. But it was fun. I mean, I met John through Gordon, through that private, and even more than a coach, he was like a team psychologist.
I did that like 5-6 times a week until I did good in my first world championship. I was able to move up there. But yeah, it was good. It was good commitment. Also racked up like $15,000 in credit card debt, literally just from food, gas, tolls, parking, train ticket. Like within the like 9-10 months, I was like, I'm gonna make this happen. You know what I mean?
So, man, if that's not dedication, I don't know what is. Okay, so and then Nicky Rod ends up winning his ADCC trials in his division, and then now is entered into the biggest grappling tournament in the world.
In order to make it into ADCC, which is the Olympics of Jiu-Jitsu, you have to win the North American trials. I was able to do that in like 8 months. So once I won,
Holy shit!
yeah, it was fast.
They had one blue belt. They promoted him at Abu Dhabi, purple belt. He's a blue belt at Abu Dhabi. He got on the podium and they gave him his purple belt. I'm forgetting his name now. It's Nick something. The
Rodriguez?
Is it? I can't remember. He's new. He's brand new on the circuit.
Yeah, big, strong guy.
I haven't even trained with him once yet. Like I haven't gone to New York in a little bit. I didn't go to New York the last time. I didn't go to Henzo's last time I was in New York.
Google Nick Rodriguez, Henzo Gracie. He's like a heavyweight, right?
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah. Didn't he beat Cyborg? Did he beat him by decision?
Did he beat him? I'm not sure.
I think he did.
I don't know, 16, 17. Yeah.
Rumors are true. Meet the guy who won third at ADCC trials after just 6 months of training. Also, freakishly strong guy. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Very good athlete.
Yeah, Nick Rodriguez. There it is.
Yeah.
6 months. That is just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're getting good so fast.
That's just, how does someone come in third place in Abu Dhabi with 6 months of training?
In ADCC, there's only one tournament. Although there's 200 people in the weight class, maybe
Holy shit.
like this weekend we have ADCC trials in Vegas. There's over 1,000 competitors, and there's only 5 weight classes.
Yeah.
So how many matches are people doing a day?
So I mean, I
good.
think to win it, if you're gonna win it, you're probably gonna have like 8 or 9 matches in the 2 days. You probably have 4 in the first day and maybe 4 or 5 on the second day. It's a busy weekend, but man, if you can do it, you're one of the best grapplers in the country, and then you're in the biggest grappling tournament in the world.
He has to go against these absolute animals in the tournament. His first competitor that he went against was Muhammad Ali, a very reputable and big name in the sport. He also went against Orlando Sanchez and Cyborg as well. Now, those guys are very common names in the jiu-jitsu space. RIP to Mr. Orlando Sanchez. But defeating Cyborg was Nicky Rod's biggest accomplishment almost up to date, because Cyborg has had absolute wars with the best of the best, Gordon Ryan, Andre Galvao. He was able to apply more pressure, and we could see the reaction from Mr. Cyborg after that match. He was very upset about that decision, but Nicky Rod had full faith in himself that he was going to be able to do it, and he talked about how good of a feeling it was to be able to defeat someone of that caliber. Now, Nicky Rod did place second in this tournament. He lost to Mr. Kainan Duarte. This caused waves in the jiu-jitsu community. This was unheard of at the time. It's like going to the NFL, walking on and then becoming the MVP pretty much of the league, just with his grappling experience and his mindset. So I want to take this time to talk about his mentality for a little bit, just because I feel like that is what separates him from the rest.
And I remember being so tired in college practice one time. I was like, I went through these different stages. I was like, all right, I'm kind of like puking, kind of numb. I can't hear anything. It's just like ringing in my ears. And I was like, I remember thinking like, what if I just died right now? And then I was like, I'd rather die than quit. It doesn't matter what you have to go through, as long as you achieve your goal.
And it doesn't matter who's standing across from Nicky Rod. It doesn't matter if you're 12 years old. There's actually a story of him doing a seminar in Ohio, and a 12-year-old asked him to roll with him, and Nicky Rod just foot swept him.
What did you do? You foot swept him so hard he got winded?
Dude, I foot swept him. He lands flat on his back, starts to get, he like, is like, and starts crying. I just walk away. I'm like, I think I was like, sorry, dude. And I walked away.
Me and Nicky Rod were watching it. We're like, oh.
So I just forgot that he was a child.
He's got to learn, dog.
This guy's challenging me. I'll f you up. My bad, dog.
Yeah. Women, children, the elderly, they can get it from Nicky Rod.
Bro, the thing is, I usually treat all roles the same. So for me to like change something to be nicer, I have to really recognize like, oh, this is a child or a disabled person or something. I'll spend time just visualizing the crowd. Like if it's going to be, you know, an arena with 15,000 people, I'll spend time in practice and whatnot, like putting myself inside that arena and visualizing, you know, stepping on the mat and hearing the crowd scream and whatnot. That way, you know, when competition time comes, it's kind of the same deal. I'm accustomed to it. In addition, when I get to the arena, I'll step on the mat. I'll kind of look at everything. I'll expose my senses to what it's going to be, and then I'll kind of shut everything off. Like some people, you know, scroll through their phone and can treat it like normal, have this normal conversations. For me, I like to limit my sensory intake before I go out and compete. I just feel like sometimes we only have so many decisions you can make in a day, and I want all of my best decisions to be made when it matters, when it counts.
And he was able to apply this mindset even after he left Team New Wave. There was a split with the Danaher Death Squad in Puerto Rico. Details are still unknown on what exactly went down. So he trained with Gordon Ryan, Craig Jones, Ethan Crenston, Damian Anderson, the whole squad over there. They went to Puerto Rico around 2020, and that's when they moved to Austin, Texas, and that's when Nicky Rod began training and became co-founder of the B Team. Now, if you guys are watching this video, I'm sure you guys know about the B Team YouTube channel and how legendary that is on its own. He was able to still be a top caliber athlete without necessarily having a full-time coach there. You know, John Danaher being kind of the Jedi, leading all the people into success, you know, with the technique and kind of the different types of styles that John likes to teach. Nicky Rod took the powers in his own hands, and yes, he gives credit to his coaches, Damian Anderson, Nicky Ryan, and also Dima for helping him out for these big tournaments. But he's able to kind of you know, master himself, and I feel like that's what Nicky Rod kind of represents, is that winning those small battles, getting those small wins every day. And he makes a lot of posts on Instagram saying that, you know, he sees life as a game, and it's you versus you. You have to be able to be better than you were yesterday, and being able to kind of take action and work on your flaws is what Nicky Rod represents. And I'm a big fan of him, especially from his recent performances of CGI 1 and CGI 2. And I'm very excited to see what is in store for the boy later this year, next year. And he's still very young. I believe he's 29 years old, still has lots of room to get better. And I feel like he's definitely on the right trajectory to be one of the greatest to ever do it. So, hey, man, if you have full faith in yourself, you know, take the risk, do it, believe in yourself, and put in the hard work. And, you know, it doesn't go unnoticed. Make sure you take all your time to make sure you're mastering your craft. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more, man. So leave a comment down below, drop an emoji if you made it this far. Drop a gi emoji if you made it all the way to the end here. So hope you guys enjoyed. Appreciate all of you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next episode. We out. Peace.